Vietnam travel playlist. This is the second video. It's a mini hotel review. Basically because I actually found it difficult to book places in Vietnam. You don't really know what you're getting. You don't know what the other reviewers' standards are like. And sometimes it could be like a 3 or 4 star hotel and like $50 and you're like, how does this happen? Also, like, I'm a huge person on service. I love really, really, really good service. Not only that, but I like a really well-rounded hotel. So I would say like my standards are probably pretty high. A lot of the people that I was traveling with like to stay in hostels. They're really inexpensive. Some are really nice. They're like $4 a night. So you can get by traveling like really inexpensively. But like, I'm 30 years old and I like to have my own space and I like to like be comfortable and be able to sleep in my own like bed, and I like a big bed, and I like good service. So with that said, like, take this with a little grain of salt. Maybe you're watching this if you're like a couple or a girl my age, or I don't know, just looking for like a nicer Vietnam experience. Also, take note that you won't be able to get like a nice hotel in a lot of places in Vietnam. The bigger cities and the more touristy places, yes, but other places you won't be able to. You're gonna have to stay in homestays, and some are really nice, but some are just like your standard like flat mattress on the floor with open air windows. It's like camping. Almost. A little step up from camping. So when I was staying in places where I could get good service and a nice bed and a warm like shower and maybe even a bath and a massage, then I would like totally do that because I knew it wouldn't last for very long. I'd like recoup and then go back to my adventures. So this is a review, like a mini review based on my experiences and where I stayed and how they lived up to my standards. Okay? All right. La Siesta Trendy in Hanoi. I didn't stay at their other locations, but this is like top of the tippy top hotel. Probably one of the best places I've ever stayed. The hotel is small. Some of the rooms are small. I did meet somebody who had the same like room as me, but it was a lot bigger. This is the kind of places that have like robes. The only thing is like they don't have a bath, but they have everything else, and like their staff is just trained to serve. I don't know how they do this and do it so consistently. Every single person in that hotel, from the guy who's standing at the door to the maid who cannot understand or speak a word of English, like these people are just, they're service machines. I loved this place. I would say treat yourself. Go stay at La Siesta. Their own standards obviously are very, very, very high. I liked reading about the story about the president of the company. I would really love to interview him to see how he gets such a consistent staff and like kind of what training he goes under. But sorry, I'm getting a little bit off topic, but I'm so excited about this hotel, and I was when I got there. It's very small. Their food is authentic. Like if you order Vietnamese food, it's authentic and it's delicious. The other thing is like they'll help you with anything you need, anything at all. They will help you with it. I would say it's a must. Like stay there. Okay, Hanoi Golden Moment. This is like ranked on the same level as La Siesta, maybe 1 star down, but I would say that the staff is just as helpful, just as nice, but like their English isn't as good. And so there's like a little bit of miscommunication, but they're so willing and able to help you. So the service is really great. The hotel is kind of dark, and the room's kind of small for what you get, for how much it costs. And so I would say like it's good if you're not going to be there a lot. It's clean, it's comfortable, but it's just like kind of like dark. It's on a busy street, but it's really, really quiet. So, and the service is good. So I would say like if you want to stay somewhere like that, that's a good place to stay. Laluna, Hoi An. This was my second favorite hotel that I stayed in. It is so good. They have a pool. Their staff is just as friendly, just as helpful as the La Siesta staff. The food is not as good, but it doesn't matter because you're in Hoi An and you can go get food anywhere. The food was fine. I mean, most places also in Vietnam come with breakfast, so you get like breakfast for free, which is kind of nice. So yeah, it's good, but very, 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 very nice hotel. It's right kind of like central to the night market and to Old Town, and it's by the river. So, like, I would say it's a good location. Midtown Hotel Phong Nha. It's a weird place. It's one of the better hotels. It's actually one of the only hotels in Phong Nha. But I would say, like, maybe it's not, like, that clean. And it's strangely, weirdly large. But it looks sort of, like, run down. The staff is nice. I would say if you're going to somewhere like Phong Nha, you're not going to find, like, the nicest hotels or like most clean, just because it just started having tourists like 4 years ago, so they're not really up on the whole like tourism like pleasing and like service as the other like cities. That's what I have to say. But it was fine. Like, it was fine. It was a good place to stay. Like, it was big. It was really inexpensive. I think it was like it was less than $20 a night, and it was a comfortable bed, and it was like clean enough, and the like bathroom was really big. It just sort of seemed like a little bit run down. Then Mountain River Homestay. That was probably like one of the best looking homestays in Sapa, and it was good. The service was good. I got strange vibes from like the owner. It's the kind of place that like the rooms are really nice. I stayed in a private room because I just like my private rooms. They only have 3. Really nice, really clean, really beautiful. You get what is it called, like a terrace, and your window, you have like a panoramic view of all of the rice terraces in Sapa, and you're next to a river, so you get to hear like running water at night. It's nice, but then like you go into their portion of the homestay and there's like trash and like clothes and stuff everywhere, and it's like really messy, and you're just like, okay, one part of me is like, wow, this is really nice, and the other part of me is like, this is conflicting. So it was like sort of kind of disturbing, but probably one of the nicer homestays. It was good, just got weird vibes. Hazang, amazing hostel, really basic. It does have like a couple private rooms, so I would say book one of those if that's what you like. The bathroom is not connected, but it's not like a problem. It's just a really standard basic hotel. The food was really good, and the staff is really like nice and really helpful. So I'd say that's something that like just sets this place apart. Like, if you go up there and ask them to like kind of help you plan a journey and like get together your helmet or your motorbike, they do a really nice job of planning that out. So I would say like recommend. That's like a good place to go first. Just drop off your stuff or something like that. Halina Hotel and Apartment. I stayed there in Da Nang. The room was great. The service was excellent. Like, people were always checking on you. And I stayed there for a couple nights, and they were able to arrange everything. And the only thing is, like, the food there wasn't very good. So, like, I would say the service and the hotel are excellent, but the food not so good. So, like, I don't remember all the names of, like, the Hazang homestays that I stayed in. I wish I would have, like, written that stuff down. But they're all pretty standard. They're all pretty much the same. You sleep in a room with other people, and they have like the same family dinner everywhere. It's like morning glory and rice and pork and tofu, and it's basically like pretty much all the same. The only difference is like if you stay at a really small homestay, you get to eat with the family and talk to them. And one of the first nights on our trip, we did that. And that was like one of the funnest dinners, and they always bring out their like homemade rice wine, and I think it's called Happy Water, I don't know. And you get to interact with like real people of the village. Whereas with some of the other like larger homestays, you can make friends and you can meet other travelers, but you don't really get that like cultural experience. So that's what I would say between like the bigger ones and the smaller ones. But other than that, like they're pretty much all the same. Okay, Lief Mojo. This is down in Saigon now. Lief Mojo. There's like a series of these different hotels. They're kind of like in the outskirts, but the Lief Mojo was really good. I love the people who work there. It's more of like an apartment style hotel, and it's really nice. It's really clean. They have a bathtub. They give you fresh herbs. Their hotel's service is really good. The food is actually really good, and I actually really like the location there. It's in this like little side street, kind of like it's kind of like a Japanese area, really. And it was really, really nice. Now, the other place I stayed was the Lief Hotel Saigon. And this place, they're like very similar, but they're different in a couple ways. The staff is different at the Hotel Saigon. And my room came with like a very large terrace. I'll shoot you guys a picture of that. Really beautiful view. Same like food. The food is really delicious. The room is actually very spacious. The bed is big and comfortable. I would say the only thing about the Lief Hotel Saigon is the staff is a little quirky. Like, let me give you an example. I arrived at like 7 p.m. one day, and they were like, "Why are you here so late?" I was just like, that's such a weird thing to say. So yeah, like the staff is just a little quirky. I wouldn't say like weird or like it's not worth staying there, but I just say it's like kind of strange vibes at the Hotel Saigon. So maybe stay at the Mojo if that's what you like. But there's so many options, so many good options in Saigon that it's really hard to pick one. But I would say like the Lief has really great reviews, and I think a lot of people stay there for work. Basically, there's Wi-Fi everywhere in Vietnam, so don't worry about that. Yeah, there's a couple other places that aren't on this list that I stayed. I stayed at Mango Resort in Phu Quoc, and this place was, I really, really wanted to love this place. But I stayed in like a bungalow, and it had a veranda, and it had like, it was really nice. The resort, everything was on the resort. The food was excellent. There are 2 restaurants. The staff was amazing. It's just that like the room was open aired, and like I found a lot of creep crawlers in my room. I don't really mind the geckos, but like I found big spiders and like a bunch of beetles. And although I'm not like super afraid of bugs, it just like makes the experience a little bit less comfortable. Plus there's no air conditioning. It's right on the beach, so I think it's one of the only places that's like right on the beach. And most beach places like that are very, I don't know, just plan to like not have any clothes on the entire time and like live in your bathing suit and be sweaty and probably get bitten by a lot of mosquitoes. But it really wasn't that bad. Like I got used to it after a couple days, and I actually really didn't want to leave. So I think it just took a little bit of time for me to adjust. Some people really love that, but I like to sleep in I like to be comfortable when I sleep because I'm a fussy sleeper. So air conditioning to me is really important. It rained every day, but it didn't matter because it was beautiful. It was like an afternoon rain, so like in the morning it was like clear and gorgeous, and then a storm would roll in the afternoon, and then that's when you would like read or go get a massage or something. Then it would go away, then you go back to the beach. The food is excellent there. The staff is great. It has a lot of really good reviews, and I'm sure you'll find that it's probably more on the expensive side, but you know, like there's a lot of other options, but it's kind of nice. I liked it. It's hard to decide about Phu Quoc because you don't, like, if you're researching, all you have to go off by is like other people's recommendations. Oh, the other thing is they have free activities. They have like free, which is really cool. They have like free kayaking, free stand-up paddleboarding. They have like volleyball. They have yoga every day, twice a day actually, and like Tai Chi. So that's actually really cool to not be able to just like really take in the resort. So I'd say overall, at first it was like a little uncomfortable because of the whole sleeping thing, but I really like loved it. Plus it was one of the best massages that I got in Vietnam, hands down. Cool. Alright, so thank you for watching video 2 about my mini hotel review. I hope you learned some, like, at least a little bit of how like hotels in Vietnam work, and maybe it'll help you make some decisions, and you know, maybe you'll go check out some of these hotels that I really, really, really loved, because I would definitely go there again, and I would tell like my family and friends to stay at those places. And yeah, stay tuned for more. We have a few more videos on this playlist, and yeah, stay tuned. Let us know what your favorite travel tips and hotels are to stay in Vietnam. Would love to read about that because I'll definitely be going back. I love that country. And yeah, thank you for watching.